17. War Day 2. Yeet. The hospital was a 5-story building with multiple outer buildings attached to it. The bombs were placed all over the place, so that the heroes of Class 1A will be busy the whole day. I needed them away from the headquarters after all. My plan was to eliminate the rest of Class 1B. My plans were set perfectly. Everything is going according to my plan. This game will end in some days. Needless to say, that I won't get much sleep. But who needs sleep anyway? If our homeroom caterpillar manages to stay awake and do all the bullshit he does, then so do I. Sleep-deprived heroes are a much easier target. They will let their guard down. Arriving at my lair, while still lost in thoughts, I immediately search for all the necessity. Weapons such as a handgun, 3 quirk-suppressing cuffs just in case, daggers and knives, a little bottle full of fake blood, and lastly ropes. Oh no, I totally forgot to mention that I needed ropes. Hopefully, Nezu provided me with some. Let's see. I can't find them. There are no ropes. Shit. Me, mumbling. Maybe I could steal some. That is an option. Where would I go to steal them? Where would I find them in the first place? That won't work. Damn it. Think Deku. Wait a minute. I could use the metal cable. No, that won't work. How the hell will I be able to make a node? On the other hand, they would be stable enough. That's out of the question. I would lose too many time forgetting them. How could I forget Abara's quirk? I swear I am so dumb. Abara's quirk gives her hair like vines that grow on her head. She can lengthen and manipulate the vines, allowing her to attack, defend, and grapple. She also has the ability to detach them at will. She probably will guard the front entrance of the building since she could capture me easily. Let's go to work, shall we, Usagi? Time skip brought to you by Usagi running through the tunnels. It was broad daylight, or should be, as we are in a city built underneath the school. I needed to be careful. One wrong move and they will capture me for sure. Oh, who do we have here? Vine aka Abara and that's bad news, Gavadan aka Jirota Shishida. Jirota's quirk allows him transform into a large, monstrous beastman. This monster form drastically augments his strength, speed, and durability, as well as his senses of hearing and smell. While he is transformed, he becomes more wild, making him reckless. Well, nothing a bullet can't handle. I was across the street behind the fountain, safely shielded away from their sight. The gun in my hand, aiming at the beast hero in front of the building. They wouldn't see it coming, not after it was too late. That shoot would have made it, if not for the car, which needed to drive past by. I was watching them for 10 minutes and in all the time there was no car. Are you fucking kidding me? Not only do they now know that I am here, but luck is also not on my side. Shit. My cover was blown, now left with only one option. I speed ran at them with the gun in my hand. As I was jumping on a parked car, I had a clear view on Gavadan. However, he was now in his beast form, making things a lot complicated. Abara was also aiming her vines at me while Gavadan was trying to tackle me and take me down. The gun only helps with Gavadan, he however, was too fast for me to aim and shoot with sheer luck. I wouldn't want to take the risk once again, I don't have enough bullets for this. I would probably run out of blood bullets for my handgun. Dodging both of them, I quickly began switching the bullets. I still had paralyzed bullets. After I successfully switched them, I once again run straight to the beast. He is way too reckless in this form. I was shielding the gun away from his view. What I didn't see coming were Pony Tsunotori horn cannon. I don't know why she was here, she could have heard the gun or she wanted something from them. Let's hope it was not the noise of gunshot. Speaking of her horns, these things are sharp. While I managed to avoid one of them, the other hit me hard, piercing through my shoulder. The pain came immediately, but I was used to it. This little pain is nothing for me. My pain tolerance is way too high for it, that it would affect me in any kind of way in my fighting. 3 against 1, the odds are not in my favor. Still running and dodging the vines, I aimed at Pony and hit her heat. 1 down, thank God, she didn't see the gun in my hand. Vlad King. Pony Tsunotori is out. Okay, now back to the giant here, his enhanced senses are not helping. Gavadan always seems to know where I am. If that's the case, then maybe. Only maybe. I could do this. Now positioning myself in between both heroes in a straight line, I began to back up and stand still. Gavadan was still running at me, but this time with full speed, as he thought that I was exhausted. I wanted him to think that I couldn't match his speed anymore, fooling him. Waiting until he was near and jumping to the side on the last minute, avoiding both attacks. None of them could stop the opposite attack on time, giving me the time to shot Gavadan on the side of his head and Vine's arms and legs, immobilizing her completely. I walked to her, fully aware that the paralyze won't hold long. Hitting a pressure point was a necessity thing to do, as I needed her quirk, vines. I put my gun away and started using my knife to collect the vines. Thanks to me dodging all the attacks from her, the vines were long enough to let people hang upside down. After I collected them, I immediately used my knife to end her life in this game. I don't think she realized that she could have used her quirk the whole time, as only her arms and legs are paralyzed. Vlad King. Gavadan is out. Vlad King. Vines is out. I took all 3 heroes and brought them to the back to a nearby tunnel. Not too deep into them, but also not at the entrance. They would be shielded away from the hero's sight and I could retrieve them easily. I placed the vines right next to them. Pony's horn was still in my shoulder. I knew better than to just pull it out. I could bleed out before finishing what I came here for. Aizawa. Problem child, do you need medical assistance? Me. No, I am good. Recovery girl. Midoriya dearie, I need to see your wound. Me. No, I am not finished yet. Not wanting to hear them any longer, I put the earbud from Nezu down, placing it in an inner pocket of my costume. Next thing, I took the Abara's earbuds. I needed to be in their conversation. In order for it to work, I turned off the signal jammer. Rule. Abara, can you hear me? Please answer. Should I answer? I could mess with them, but on the other hand I could listen and they wouldn't know. My decision was clear. As much as I would like to mess with them, listening to their conversation was more important. Dragon Shroud. Hiryu Rin. Who's nearest to the front entrance? Can someone go check on them? Izuku could be here. Shimage, Kanoko Komori, Pony went to check on them, but she hasn't come back yet. Lizardy, Setsuna Tokage, are you alone right now? Shimage. Yes, why? Rule. Me and Lizardy will come to you. Nobody should be alone right now. Where are you? Shimage. Me and Pony were guarding the entrance area. Jack Mantis, Tagaru Kamakiri, then it's safe to say Midoriya is probably here. Be on your guards. Front entrance, huh? Okay, let's change the bullets out first. Why did I only take so few paralyze and blood bullets with me? Now I need to be careful not to end up with a useless gun. I made my way to the front entrance and there she was standing in the middle of the room. She watched me dumbfounded as I walked into the building like I owned it. Me. Hello Hero Tilda. Where is your partner? Oh wait, don't say anything, because I killed her. Look, she even managed to land an attack on me. I pointed at my shoulder, where her horn was. Safe to say that after what they found my bloody present, none of them could handle blood very well anymore. Her eyes widened at the sight of my blood dripping down my arm. Shimage's eyes were following the blood stream down my hand to the gun I had in my hand with the blood bullets. Without giving her time to react, I pointed the gun at her. Me. I wouldn't move if I were you. It was a matter of seconds. In one moment, I was standing in front of the door facing her with a gun, in the next I was already behind her, cuffing her hands behind her back and pointing the gun to her temple. She was shocked and couldn't move. Me. Do not talk or I might accidentally kill you. You know how the saying goes, speech is silver, silence is gold. Now be a good girl and stay silent. All right, Tilda. 5 minutes later, Rule and Lizardy came out of the hallway. Rule. Let her go and we will let you escape. Lizardy. You look hurt, Midoriya. Let her go and we can discuss this. Me. Tilda, is that how you should talk to me right now? Or did you forget that I could end her easily? Lizardy. Oh really? If you do that, we will immediately act accordingly. You are hurt. Your chances are low to non-existent to escape. There are 10 of us against you. Me. Correction, 6 of you. With that, I let my finger pull the trigger. Bang. The blood immediately began flowing down. I dropped her body and aimed at Ruler. Bang, another bullet found its target. Vlad King. Shimage is out. Vlad King. Rule is out. Lizardy immediately activated her quirk and charged at me. Wrong choice. Setsuna's quirk allows her to split up her body into as many as 50 pieces. Each and every one of these split pieces are able to levitate and move freely through the air. She split her arms up and attacked me with 20 pieces. Every piece was sharp. I let the gun drop to the floor and made a back flip, reaching out to my daggers attached to the back of my costume. I managed to grab them and began to spare with the pieces. They still managed to cut me here and there, but not too deep. I need to destroy them and fast, but my daggers won't be able to do it. I hate this situation. If this goes on for too long, I won't be able to hold myself up anymore. I can feel my body slowly giving up on me. Shit. Escaping is my only option now. As the situation can't get any worse, Jack Mantis and Dragon Shroud arrived in the room. I was too busy jumping around, making all kind of flips and sparing with the lizardy's pieces, that I didn't see Dragon Shroud blocking the door. It was one of the most obvious exit ways. Tagaru's quirk allows him to produce large blades from any part of his body. Jack Mantis made his arms to blades and engaged me in close combat. Not wanting to risk being captured, I turned around, sprinting to the closest window and yeeting myself out of it. I sprinted out and into the nearest underground tunnel. They were following me into the tunnels. The tunnels were a labyrinth. I not only managed to lose them but was also able to split them individually. Lizardy was on her own. Her pieces were no longer detached. I watched her from the corner as I took out my gun and aimed. Bang! The echo was loud enough for the other to hear. They somehow managed to find her body. The moment they were searching for the bullet wound, 2 load bangs could be heard. Both boys ran into their own doom. Neither one of them decided to watch their surroundings. I wasn't even hiding when I shoot them. They let themselves be distracted by their fallen comrade, and this is the consequence. Vlad King. Lizardy is out. Vlad King. Jack Mantis is out. Vlad King. Dragon Shroud is out. I let them right there where they are. Feeling the effect of all the wounds, I went back to my lair to see what I could do. I needed to make sure to stop the bleeding. Back at my lair, I took my villain costume of and opened the medkit. Thanks to Lizardy, I had multiple cuts on my arms and legs. I disinfected and wrapped them up with some bandages. Next, my shoulder. I was sure that I needed to at least stitch the wound. It was a deep wound, and looking in the first aid kit, there were no needles or threads to use. I pulled out Nezu's earbud and switched it out with the hero's one. Me. Nezu, can you hear me? Nezu. Yes, what do you need? Me. I am sure you saw the wound I got from Pony. Needless to say, I am back at my lair and attending to all the wounds, but there are no needle or threads to use for a stitching, and I am pretty sure this wound needs to be stitched. Nezu. I will send Recovery Girl to you. Me. No. I don't need her. I know how to handle such a wound myself, plus it would be against the rules. I am also fully aware that I might have broken a rule right now in contacting you for this matter. All I am asking for are a needle and a thread. Nezu. No can do. Ectoplasm clone is already at his way to you. Recovery Girl will need to look at that wound of yours. Me. But, Aizawa. No buts, problem child, you are to follow him. Nezu. We will not disqualify you for this matter, as it is our choice to pull you out for a break. Me. I still don't like the idea, but I don't think I have a choice here, do I? Aizawa. No you don't, and I am on my way to you, to ensure that you won't run away from him. Me. HMPF fine.